Hello, everyone joining us today. We have Sammy Whitcomb and we also have Benijah Laney. Please raise your hands if you have questions. Jeff Magliochetti.
Thank you, Sammy. Thank you for joining us today as well. Happy opening day. And speaking of opening day, you've been through this process several times before in both an American and Australian setting. So as one of the team's seasoned veterans, what's your advice to the younger players who might have some opening day nerves going through this right now?
I think just try and control the controllables, like everyone's going to have nerves. We're going to have nerves. The other team's going to have nerves. That's just part of it. It's part of the excitement of game one. And I think that's good, like it means we care. It means we're invested. So use those nerves, let's try and put them towards something good, rebounding, playing defense, communicating. But I think just controlling what we can control out there, because obviously there's lots of things we can't control. And that'll put us, I think, in a good place if we're focusing on those things.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Jackie Powell.
Hey, Sammy, good to see you. And you've made it to today. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about the fever and that, how much context was Benijah able to sort of give you guys on them? I mean, I know their team has changed in the past couple of years, but some of that core still remains with the Mitchells, with Tiara. So I'm just wondering sort of how she was able to help you guys out with the scout.
Yeah, I mean, she was great with like player personnel and stuff. Obviously, the coaches do a lot of film watching and stuff in terms of like the most recent preseason games. So that's probably a little bit more relevant in terms of some of the stuff that they might be running with the new roster. But yeah, I mean, Benijah is just as helpful and probably more so just personally with us, giving us feedback on how to defend people and what to look for and those kind of things.
Great. And to follow up, so there's a graphic online that's really cool. It shows the wins for all the WNBA teams over the past 25 years. And so what's interesting about it is you can see the Liberty dip a little bit, one of the original teams, you see them dip down from 1 to 5. And so what I want to know is, what motivates you to sort of take the Liberty from that 5 spot and bring them back up to the, the 2 and maybe even challenging the Sparks at the 1 spot?
I mean, I think all of us want to win and do well. So I think there's that's probably the biggest thing. I mean, yes, you want to do it for the name on your chest and the organization, but we're all competitors. None of us want to lose. We all want to do well. So I think at the core of it, that's what it's about. Like we've all come here to build and grow something, and hopefully that means winning, and hopefully I guess it would contribute to what you were talking about too.
Thanks so much, Sammy. I appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Sarah Valenzuela.
Hey, Sammy. Good to see you. So this is a very general, very big, very kind of dumb question, but how confident are you going into this first game with your new team?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think game one, you're only probably so confident you can be in terms of there's a lot of uncertainty still. We're still waiting to get some pieces in and all of that, but we've worked really hard in training camp, and I think we're really pleased with the improvements we've made, and I think we're really excited about where we're at and the things that we've shown that are going to be our strengths, and that's really exciting. And the energy at Shootaround today was really fun. We're just, I think, just really, really excited and keen to just get out there and play a game. And I think, yeah, we're very confident, but I think more than anything, we just want to get out there and work together and kind of just figure it out. So I think it's less about, so confident going in, and more we're confident that once we get in the game, no matter what happens and what's thrown at us, we'll be able to kind of figure it out together.
Thank you.
Miles Early.
Hey, Sammy. As we've been talking about, the team starts with the home-at-home series against the Fever. How, if at all, does your preparation change in knowing you'll be seeing the same opponents twice in a row? Is there like more emphasis in reviewing film after tonight, or is there anything ahead of it that you can really do?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That'll, I suppose, be up to the coaches after the first game. I don't know. They haven't told us what we're doing after game one. I imagine there'll be takeaways from game one, of course, positive, negative, whatever it is. But I think you have to play game one. You have to treat it as just a single game and play it to the best that you can. We'll make adjustments in game. And then, like I said, I imagine there'll be adjustments made post game, depending on what we need to do. But, we're here to try and win game one, and then we'll go from there.
Great. Thanks so much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Two more questions, Danny Barlavi, and then we'll go to Danny Thompson. Thanks.
Hi, Sammy. This is Danny Barlavi from Nets Republican Insider. I was wondering, as one of the two veterans in the starting lineup tonight, how do you set the tone with your play? What do you have to do to set that example on the court for your younger teammates?
Yeah, I think settling in early will be important. Obviously, we really want to work hard and set the tone with that kind of stuff, the controllables, like I said. And then I think just being poised. I think that's a really big thing for maybe a young group, poised. We want to take good shots. We want to execute. We want to make sure we're doing the things that we've been practicing in trainings that we're looking for, take care of the ball, those kind of things. I think those things early in a game really set the tone for later and help everybody else kind of get into it and ease into their game. So I think B and I can set the tone straight away by doing those things. And then on the other end, just working really hard defensively, communicating, being really loud, all of those kind of things.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Sammy, Danny Thompson with a 3-point conversion. You mentioned that some of the size might be a question tonight, not having Natasha, not having Kia available tonight. Do you feel like the team has to run to be able to make up a little bit for not having some of the better post players in the team tonight?
I don't think we have to do it to make up for it. I think that's going to be part of our DNA anyways. We're going to be a fast-paced, up-tempo team. We're going to get to the rim. We're going to shoot threes. And that's, with or without a couple of the pieces, like you said. I think where potentially we will need to maybe step up is in the rebounding area for sure. We got to help our bigs. And I think just being in that help side so that if they do get good position, we're there to make sure that it's not an easy layup. That's probably maybe the areas that we'll need to pick up the slack. But I don't think we'll have to change too much offensively. As much as we have to defend them, they got to defend us.
And a secondary question to that, because you're one of the few people that have played with Natasha, and you know what to expect when she comes in, based on what you've seen in training camp and also know what you know with Natasha, how much would she make an impact on you guys defensively and rebounding wise when she does finally arrive to the team finally since you've been with her?
Yeah, it'll be immediate. It'll absolutely be immediate. Her defensive versatility, the way that she's able to move, to recover, to defend a mobile big, as well as she is, she's lean, but she's strong, fantastic rebounder, has a really good sense of the ball, and she runs like from end to end so fast. So if we get a rebound, she's off, and vice versa. She can get back defensively and transition and guard to guard. So that's things that are just, those are intangibles and things that we will greatly, greatly feel the second she's back with us.
Awesome. Thank you, Sammy, and thanks, guys, for the questions. Next up, let's give her a second to get into the room. All right, Danny Barlavi.
Hi, Banaja. Thanks for the time. This is Danny Barlavi with Insider in Nets Republic. So a big part of the media narrative around you last season was your winning Most Improved Player having come off being waived by the Indiana Fever. I was wondering, when you play against the Fever, does that history provide any extra motivation, or is it all just noise to you?
I think last year, yes. This year, I'm trying to attack everybody the same way. It's regardless of who I'm going against, I want to approach the game the same. Just continuing to be aggressive, just playing my game and, doing everything that I can do to help provide the team with success.
Thanks so much.
Jeff Magliochetti.
Thank you, Banaja. Thank you for joining us. Happy opening day. This is a team that has unfortunately hit some hard times in the past 3 years. And the last time they held a winning record was at the end of the 2017 season. So having said that, how much would it mean for this team and for this cause moving forward on a wider scale to start 1-0?
Yeah, I think that that'll be big, really big for us, especially considering the past few seasons, like you said, that haven't been as successful. Just to come out strong and make a statement, and I think this is the perfect opportunity to do that with this game that we have tonight. So if we could come out 1-0, that would be awesome. And if we can continue to build off of that and get a streak going, that'd be even better.
Appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Jackie Powell.
Hey, Benijah, good to see you. So the first question for me is, talk to us about your family coming in. Have they arrived? Are they arriving? Who is coming? And how special is tonight for you and your mom?
They are arriving. I will not see them until after the game. You know, that's just better for me. I don't like to have too much going on my game day. I like to just be focused in what I'm doing. So, but you know, it's really exciting to be here and to be so close that they can, you know, provide me with the support that they can. And it'll be a bunch of them in the stands. And so I'm just really excited to, you know, go out and be able to play in front of them.
Hopefully they'll have some signs up for you, but also also, I have to ask, so it was reported that Rashonda Gray has flown in to help you guys. So I'm wondering, from your perspective, how do you think she's going to contribute and help you all out, especially with Kylie, you know, making sure she gets some rest?
You know, she's a veteran coming in. You know, she has that experience in the league, so she knows what it looks like. She's just a player that gets after it. You know, she plays hard every single second that she's on the floor, and I think that'll be really good for us. And she does the intangibles, like, you know, she makes sure she's boxing out. She's very physical, you know, rebounding, and just, you know, doing all the little things that you know, that we'll need.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Benijah.
Danny Thompson.
Benijah, Danny Thompson with the 3-point conversion. Great to see you as always. In Atlanta last year, you played an up-tempo system that shot a lot of threes. How comfortable is it to be in kind of a similar situation in New York, being able to be in an up-tempo offense that does shoot a lot of threes?
It's very comfortable, you know, since it's very similar. I'm looking to kind of play the same way. And so I'm really happy with, you know, the offense and everything that we run, just that up-tempo free offense to be able to allow us to get out and just play. You know, there's no set offense where, you know, okay, we know they're going to do this. It's kind of just free. And so I think that'll work in everyone's favor that's on the court.
And follow up, last year you had told me that locking down somebody was one of the best things and one of the best things you love to do. Is that still your number one mindset priority when that ball switches from in the basket to the other end, that you're going to shut down the team's best player?
I mean, definitely, you know, that's what got me here. You know, that's what opened the doors for me. So I can't shy away from that. And, you know, that's just a pride thing. Like, I don't want to be scored on. I don't want nobody, you know, just coming down and having their way. So for me, that's definitely something that I look forward to every night, just making sure that I'm getting after it on the defensive end.
2 more questions. Sarah Valenzuela, then Pat Boylan.
Hey, Benijah, good to see you today. Earlier in the season, when you first signed with the Liberty, you mentioned that when you were still growing up, that the Liberty was one of the first teams that you had watched play, and that they were the team that sort of put in your head like, okay, yeah, I want to do that when I grow up. Has it hit you yet that you are doing what you said you wanted to do when you were younger?
I mean, at moments, you know, every chance I get, I do try and take it in and just appreciate, you know, my journey and the place that I'm at right now. So I'm thankful, you know, to be able to be here in New York with one of the original teams and just doing what I love, you know, and just having the support in everything that I do. I'm very grateful.
Thank you.
Hi, Benijah. This is Pat Boylan with Indiana Fever TV. What to you was the most significant factor in your breakout offensive performance last year? And what's the key to carrying that over to a new team?
I think it started, you know, with me being in being in market, the kind of mini training camp that we had. It wasn't necessarily training camp, but, you know, just the time in market that we had to prepare a little bit before going into the bubble, you know, just working out and Nikki being able to see what I was capable of and just kind of instilling that confidence, just giving me that freedom to just go out and play and be comfortable in, you know, what I'm doing, not having to worry about, you know, me getting outside of myself or, you know, not necessarily me doing things that she doesn't necessarily want. So I think that she was, you know, a big part of that, just allowing me that freedom to play. And, you know, being here in New York, I have that same freedom through Walt. So I'm just looking to, you know, just continue on having the type of performance that I had last year.
And sorry to have to ask this, but I want to make sure I get it correct. If I remember our conversation from a couple of years ago, you pronounce your first name Benijah. Is that correct?
Yeah, Benijah.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Benijah. Thanks everyone for joining. Hope to see you at Walt's pregame media avail as well. You should have those links. If you don't, please shoot me a note.